Jace, just want you to try doing that at about 50% effort, so about half as hard as that. Just drawing for me. And then relax. Okay. And generally people will be able to pick that up, okay? What I try and narrow people down to is being able to draw in an effort of about 10 to 20%. Because what you want to train them to do, that's the initial level, being able to draw in for 10 seconds and hold it in 10 seconds, okay? But what I really want people doing is to be able to draw in with every exercise they do in the gym, and pretty much when they're walking, when they stand up, anytime, want them to be able to draw in, okay? If people train this enough, it can become automatic. It's just, level 2 is just drawing in, slowly up and down. Control, these muscles aren't firing type of thing, just the lower ones, okay? You shouldn't have a lot of bigger outer unit muscles working just when you're lying, lifting up your leg up and down, okay? Once they can do that, you want to see, can they do your drop? Now, some of the outer unit muscles will start to work a bit here as well, but if you've done the inner unit training beforehand, that's okay, I'm okay with that. You're still going to be drawing in before you use the outer unit. Okay. Once they can do that, then you're getting into that one. That's a level 4. That. Your level 5 is 2 leg. You try not, don't let them have their back all archy, trying to stay neutral. You'll find the higher the levels, you do start to feel these elbows. But before you lift your legs up, you're drawn in every time, okay? Exercises prescribed, just a couple of ideas on how, you know, if someone's at a level 1, I might teach them to do this as the next stage. Or fall out. Their pelvis is going to rotate around, okay? As I said, I run a whole course on this stuff, and just some ideas of where you're at. So in a unit, just being able to draw it for 10 seconds doesn't mean a hell of a lot when you're like in the real world, okay? It's not going to transfer to functional stuff. People generally need to do that first, go through the grades of this stuff, and then take them to the rest of their training, okay? So they're stable throughout training, you know. They're stable throughout their golf swing, their soccer kick, or whatever, okay? When to refer on. So, look, I guess everyone's got their limits in terms of where people are at when we're treating these people. So, giving you some tools to use for some of these lower limb and back patients. But if someone's got current pain or injury, or you're concerned about injuring them, if there's any concern about any legal issues, if they've got pain down their legs, or referring back pain and pain down their legs, you want to be a little bit concerned. If they've had more than 3 episodes of back pain in the past, it's not quite as simple. It may not be quite as simple as just drawing in. There may be some other things going on. Okay? Or if someone's got chronic back pain that is not getting better, or if it's getting worse when you're training and doing the drawing in stuff, and some of the flexibility doesn't help, I'd be referring on. Okay. Also, if they've just generally got pain that's limiting them achieving the goals that you want to, then they're not going to, the pain's generally just going to keep getting worse unless you address it. So definitely for anyone, you find that some of these situations, there's some examples, then we're happy for you guys to ring up or send them for a that free 10-minute assessment, or if they really need to send them up in for an assessment, okay? As Brent said at the start, we're always happy to give advice over the phone, or come if you're training here, come in and chat to us, okay? Or if you visit guys, you're just around the corner. Okay. So just a couple of take-home messages, all right? So every exercise is a core exercise. It should be on. Draw it in, isolate, and then you're going to integrate into the rest of your training. Do your inner before your outer. Get your clients to use this, okay? It's about optimal stability. It's not about maximal stuff, okay? Trying to optimize the stability when you're moving, okay? Any client that presents to you that has, like if they're scoring like 10 out of 10 on that, those hypermobility features that I talked about earlier, they're going to be at risk, they're going to be too mobile. If people have had previous back pain, they're going to be at increased risk. Okay? If they have risk factors, they should be doing this core stuff, okay? As I said, refer on if you're not sure, or give us a call. And my challenge to you guys is to first learn it yourself and then teach it to every single client if they've got any of those risk factors. And to be honest, I'd err on the side of teaching every single client, whether you do it just as a homework task for them, or whether you just teach it initially. You know, initially you might say, look, we're going to work on your weight loss and your, or bulking up or whatever, but I suggest an extra session, just extra session in the first 2 weeks, just so you can work on your core and all this stuff. So it's not getting in the way of other stuff, but just let them know it is important. And you know, a lot of them will appreciate it if you actually take that into consideration, that you actually want to reduce injury as part of their training program. Okay. Just a bit of a plug. So Brendan said at the start about our Get Active. Okay, we've got 2 clinics, one up in Atchison Street, one down here. All 4 physiotherapists are trained in at least a sports science degree and a physio degree. All 4 of us train in the gym regularly. Okay, so everyone can talk gym exercise, we can talk shop. Yeah, if we believe we can help you guys provide, work with you guys, not against you, to provide a high quality of service for your clients. Also have massage therapists. I've talked about the 1300 Ask a Physio number, the free assessment vouchers. And our promise that we really try to keep to is that we want to work with you guys, give your client the best result, okay, and the best outcome. In the vast majority of cases, they will be still able to exercise, just sometimes in a modified way, okay. What's going to happen now is Karen's just going to hand out some quick feedback forms. They're pretty brief. A lot of it is we just want to know how we can improve this and what do you guys actually want to learn. As Brendan said, we're going to be holding a few of these talks over the next 12 months. We want this to become a bit of a hub of education for trainers in the north side. So yeah, you take a minute to fill them out. Once you've filled them out, bring them to Karen. For those of you with the first 20 registered, you'll get a free foam roller. Okay, pretty sweet deal. Sponsored by AOK, right? If you're in the first 20. She's got a list of the first 20. I'm here for any questions if anyone wants to ask. And just the final page was a reference page. That chapter highlighted by Hodges and Ferreira, etc. was the best chapter I've ever read on core stability. If you struggle getting out for your library, from your library or whatever, then give us an email. I do have a sneaky copy online if anyone would like it. It's pretty in-depth, but it's good stuff. Okay. Yeah. All right. Otherwise, we'll leave it there. Thanks for coming, and any questions, come and see. All right.